Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Managerial Economics. Cost. Cost refers to the expenditure incurred by a producer on the factor as well as non-factor inputs for a given amount of output of a commodity. The firm's output level is determined by its cost. The producer has to pay for factors of production for their services. The expenses incurred on these factors of production are known as cost of production, or in short, cost. Thus, cost of production provides the flow to pricing. Output meets input. Broadly, there are two types of inputs. First, factor inputs, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship, called factors of production, and second, non-factor inputs like raw material. Various types of cost: implicit and explicit cost. Expenditure incurred by a producer on the purchase of inputs from the market is called explicit cost, while implicit costs are those whose expenditure incurred on the use of self-owned inputs. Direct and indirect cost. There are some costs which can be directly attributed to all production of a given product. The use of raw material, labor input and machine time involved in the production of each unit can usually be determined. Direct and indirect costs are not exactly synonymous to what economists refer to as variable cost and fixed cost. Next is relevant cost and irrelevant cost. Those costs also refers to as incremental cost. These are those costs which are incurred as a result of the decision under consideration and which are relevant for the business purpose. Three main categories of relevant cost are: first, present period explicit cost; second, opportunity cost; and third, the future cost implications. Private cost versus social cost. Private costs are those that accrue directly to the individuals or firms engaged in relevant activity. External costs, on the other hand, are passed on to persons not involved in the activity in any direct way. That is, they are passes on to society at large. Ignoring external cost may lead to an inefficient and undesirable allocation of resources in society. Next is economic cost and profits. Economic profits are the total revenue less all cost, explicit and implicit, the latter including a normal profit required to retain resources in a given line of production. Economic profit is equals to total revenue minus opportunity cost of all, in short. Short run cost. Short run is a period of time during which some factors are fixed and some variable. Accordingly, short run costs are divided into two components: fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost. In short period, cost of fixed factors are known as fixed cost. Fixed costs are the sum total of expenditure incurred by a producer on the purchase or hiring of fixed factors of production. These are also called supplementary cost or overhead cost or indirect cost. These costs do not change with the change in output. Even when output is zero, fixed cost remains the same. Beside expenditure on machine and plant, fixed costs also include expenses like rent, wages of permanent employees, license fee, etc. TFC is a horizontal straight line parallel to x-axis, showing that TFC is constant at all the levels of output. Next is variable cost. Variable costs are the expenditure incurred by a producer on the use of variable factors of production. When output changes, these costs also change. As the output increases, these cost also increases, and as the output decreases, these cost also decreases. When output is zero, these costs are also zero. These costs are called prime cost or direct cost. Behavior of fixed cost, variable cost, and total cost. Total cost is the sum total of fixed cost and variable cost with increase in output. Total cost is also increasing. TC is equals to TFC plus TVC. TFC is constant at all the levels of output. TVC increases as output increases. TC is parallel to TVC. It shows that the difference between TC and TVC is equals to TFC is constant. Average cost. Cost per unit of output is called average cost. It is also called unit cost of production. AC is equals to TC upon Q. Here, AC is equals to average cost, TC is equals to total cost, and Q is equals to quantity of output. Fixed and variable components of AC. Average cost is the total of average fixed cost and average variable. AC is equals to AFC plus AVC. Here, AC is equals to average cost, AFC is equals to average fixed cost, and AVC is equals to average variable cost. Average fixed cost. Average fixed cost is the fixed cost per unit of output. AFC is equals to TFC upon Q. Here, AFC is equals to average fixed cost, TFC is equals to total fixed cost, and Q is equals to quantity of output. AFC shows average fixed cost. This curve shows downward to the right. Downward slope of AFC shows that AFC decreases as output increases. It is an important note that AFC curve is a rectangular hyperbola. It means that AFC into Q, which is equal to TFC, is constant at all the levels of output. Average variable cost. Average variable cost is the variable cost per unit of output. AVC is equals to TVC upon Q. Here, AVC is equals to average variable cost. TVC is equals to total variable cost. Q is equals to quantity of output. Falling AVC is in accordance with increasing returns to a factor, while rising AVC is in accordance with diminishing returns to a factor. That is what law of variable proportions tell us. The shape of AVC is like U. This is accordance with the law of variable proportions. It means as output increases, average variable cost tends to fall. The AVC curves makes U shape because of the operation of law of variable proportions. In the early stages of production of a commodity, the AVC tends to fall, then gradually it tends to rise. Thus, AVC curve is U-shaped. This is in accordance with the law of variable proportions. It falls so long as returns to a factor are increasing. It rises when returns to a factors are decreasing. AC is a summation of AFC and AVC. AC curve is a vertically summation of AFC and AVC curves. It is vertically adding up the values of AFC and AVC at different levels of output. AC is a vertical summation of AVC and AFC at different levels of output. This is when output is equals to OL. AC is similarly estimated for other levels of output. Marginal cost. Marginal cost is the change in total cost when an additional unit of output is produced. MCN is equals to TCN minus TCN minus 1, or MC is equals to delta TC upon delta Q. Here, MCN is equals to marginal cost of n unit of output. TCN is equals to total cost of n unit of output. TCN minus 1 is equals to total cost of n minus 1 units of output. Delta TC is equals to change in total cost, and delta Q is equals to change in output. In the following figure, MC is U-shaped in accordance with the law of variable proportions. Falling MC is in accordance with rising MP when there are increasing returns to a factor. Rising MC is in accordance with falling MP when there are diminishing returns to a factor. Relation between AC and MC. When AC is falling, MC is less than AC, as in the given figure. When AC is rising, MC is greater than AC. When AC is constant, as at point E, MC is equals to AC. MC is always to the left of AC and cuts AC from its lowest point. Relation between total cost and marginal cost. Up to point Q, TC is increasing at a decreasing rate because MC is decreasing. Beyond point Q, TC is increasing at an increasing rate because MC is increasing. At point Q, TC stops increasing at a decreasing rate because MC touches its lowest point. MC shows the rate at which TC increases. AC, AFC, AVC and MC in one diagram. As given in this diagram, MC curve cuts both AC and AVC at their lowest points. AC and AVC get close to each other as output increases. This is because as output increases, the component of AVC in AC tends to increase. AC and AFC get away from each other as output increases because the component of AFC in AC tends to decrease. At no stage AVC will touch AC because AFC can never be zero. Even then, it continuously declines with increase in output. Long-run cost functions. Long-run cost curves are derived from the long-run production functions in which all inputs are variable. In the long run, costs are not divided into fixed and variable components. All costs are variable. Thus, the only long-run unit cost functions of interest are long-run average cost, that is LAC, and long-run marginal cost, that is LMC. Therefore, LAC is equals to LTC divided by Q and LMC is equals to change in LTC divided by change in Q. Thanks for watching this video.